Hi, my name is Vanessa Cortes and I'm applying for the inside sales agent position with Team Lally. The reason that I'm specifically interested in your guys' company is because I have watched a few videos online and done a little bit of research on you guys, and I can see that you really are very team oriented, very goal focused, and you guys also seem to do a lot of team building activities outside of just work. And I really value a company who puts time into the employees outside of just the regular 9 to 5. I also love specifically that Miss Adrienne Lally is the owner. I've always aspired to be a business owner, being that I am a first generation American on my father's side. And so to have a woman who, came to the island, did her time in the military, and then became successful in owning her own business, I think that's really inspirational, and I would love to get close to someone like that and have mentors who have that same mentality as myself. I've been in Hawaii for about 5 years, and in that time I did work at a hotel as front office manager for about 2 years, just short of that. In my time there, I would say that I did experience one of my biggest failures in life. you know, I think the most important thing is that we learn from our failures and overcome them, and of course make sure that we are just better moving forward. So I would say that in my time there, one of the major things I was responsible for was large group reservations and booking them ahead of time, about 3 months in advance. I did have one specific group reservation that was about $10,000 booking that, unfortunately the credit cards kind of didn't really line up, and it was supposed to be it was a big veterans group from Australia. Credit cards didn't really line up. They couldn't make the payments for the deposit for such a large booking, but then they didn't really want to cancel. A few things kind of happened. We ended up having to let the booking go and sell our rooms for much less than what we initially wanted to, and we had a few openings left. The money that I did collect as part of the non-refundable deposit fee actually had to be returned because it was just one gentleman's credit card that was charged for all of the bookings because he put his card down for all 10 rooms. So just an unfortunate mix-up that they didn't have the funds, and for me, I should have been more communicative with such a group, just because it was such a large booking, was such a heavy, high dollar sign. The price tag, I should have put more emphasis on communication, follow-up, and making sure that everything was exactly to their liking, or at least should have known that they weren't going to be coming, just to save all that headache and save the company money. Because even though a hotel in Waikiki, we're making $3 million a year, you still don't want to lose $10,000. So that was huge for me. That was really hard for me to overcome. But instead of hiding it, I went right to my general manager. I spoke with her and I told her, this is the situation. How can I fix this? What do I do? So, immediately I wrote down all the information. I called my marketing manager. I called my corporate manager, and I basically explained the situation to them. I tried to figure out a strategy to recuperate the revenue, and we did. Like I said, we sold the rooms just slightly lower, and we were able to make a lot of the money back. But still, it's just something that I never should have been in the first place, and that could have been avoided just with more diligent follow through and better communication with the customer. So that was one of my largest failures, but I think that it just taught me, always pay attention to detail. I am a very detail-oriented person, but, I think when you become day-to-day just dealing with the same thing, it almost feels like minutia, but it never is. And it's really important to treat all clients with, respect, to show them that they do matter, but definitely the large price tag items, I know for a fact, are of the utmost importance. And if you have to stay late or come in early or make an extra phone call or anything, just knowing like it needs to be done, and it needs to be done in a timely fashion, because a lack of planning on my part is no sense of emergency on someone else's. So I do think that I learned from that and I grew from it, and I'm happy. I continued on in the company for a while. That was about a year in of my 2-year stretch, and I continued to grow, and I did get more group bookings and things like that. So I was happy to see that I was able to learn from that experience. As far as My real estate experience, I actually don't have any, but I did graduate with my bachelor's from Hawaii Pacific University in business. So I did recently receive my approval to pass I can bypass the education, so I have the education equivalency form. So I just really need to study up a little bit, and then I can take my real estate exam. But I know, just like in any company, I wouldn't want to come in as a real estate person if I had the opportunity to come in as the inside sales agent. I do know a lot of vocabulary and terminology just because of the position that I was in at the hotel, doing property management, working with different realtors and things like that. So I think that that's good experience for me to have, but also my inexperience in the real estate itself. You know, I'm really just a fresh face with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and I'm excited. I'm excited to learn, I'm excited to grow, and I am your clay. So really, to be given this opportunity to join your family, I would be there with a smile, ready to learn, following you around with a notebook. So I would really bring that, I think, energy and passion. And again, I'm a recent college graduate, so I'm so excited to keep learning. I miss that aspect of really, you know, you can feel that every day, the growth, the knowledge, and being able to apply it in my day-to-day, because I do hope one day to own my own home and, you know, hopefully even buy my parents a house out here. So I would definitely love to be a positive contribution to your guys' team, and I'm hoping that you will be able to take a chance on me. Thank you guys so much. Mahalo.